Hello, my name is Manny Sarmiento. Hello, my name is Manny Sarmiento, and I'm running for mayor for the great city of Doral. It's been a tough campaign already, even at the beginning, well, because there's things that are fishy, but that's one of the reasons I wanted to create this video. I want to talk about campaign contributions. Now, it's very, very, very difficult to collect campaign contributions when theoretically, contributions from major contributors, such as developers, are actually controlled by one person. Now, of course, that's rumor. All this is rumor that we're going to talk about today, okay? And some of this can be, you can look at it as my opinion. So, of course, we have to be careful what goes on. And by the way, it's very scary to run a campaign for any position, but it's been scary here in the city of Doral. I've already gotten, I think I covered it in a different video, on letters from the city attorney for several things that are questionable, and they're being looked at by our attorneys. So let me start by campaign contributions, okay? As I said, it's very challenging if you're not in a particular group of people to have the major contributors, the major developers give money to your campaign. Now, I'm not even sure that I would want these major developers contributing to my campaign, because I would put myself in the same situation that these other people that we're going to look at would put themselves in. And if I did get money from these developers, the logical and the right thing to do is to recuse myself when the vote comes up. Even though this is not unethical and it's not illegal, it's kind of suspicious, and I would feel bad really being at a council meeting and a developer, a major developer that has contributed from several of his or her companies came up for a vote. So let me show you what I'm talking about. The campaign contributions are public records. You can pull them up. You can go through the City of Doral and see the voter focus reports. We have to report our campaign contributions and expenses on a monthly basis. And those are public records, as I just said. So I want to show you. I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm going to show you some of the candidate reports, some specific candidate reports. Okay, this is the candidate report for May of 2020 from J.C. Bermudez running for mayor. Okay, this is a position I'm running for. And let's see where the contributions come from. Now, note, there's a maximum of $1,000 you can donate to a candidate during any campaign. Okay, and there's certain guidelines and rules to that. But you could donate from yourself, and if you have a company, you can donate $1,000 from your company. So, but let's look at the interesting things and how this works. Now, there are, of course, major developers who have projects built in the city of Doral. We've had, in my opinion, overdevelopment in the city of Doral, and a lot of projects that I would have said didn't need to be there. But let's go back to, let me stay focused here. Let's look at the contributions in May for Mayor J.C. Bermudez and where they come from. And by the way, Mr. Bermudez, he's done, I want you to notice where Mr. Bermudez has his office in Coral Gables, and I don't believe he's ever had an office in Doral. It's interesting that a mayor of a city for 13 years, it does not have an office in the city that he is the mayor of. He's had 13 years of an opportunity to move his office to Doral from Coral Gables. So let's look at this. Let's look at the contributors here. RMAG 2, 2020 Salcedo Street, 5th floor. RMAG LLC, $1,000 each, that's $2,000. Capital Rentec, 2020 Salcedo Street, 5th floor. Is this the same companies? Is it a group of companies? Wonder, we'd have to do the research, right? But it just happens to be the same address and same floor. Oh, wait a second, next one, Cocar Lending LLC, same address, that's $1,000, that's $4,000 so far. RMAG 3, 2020 Salcedo, 5th floor, that's $5,000 so far. From same address. Okay, that's perfectly legal, by the way. If this is 5 different companies, perfectly legal, not ethical. But is it questionable? Because what happens when this company goes up and has something that they need a vote on in the city council? Should I recuse myself? Of course I should. Has that happened in the past with the mayor and the council? I don't think so. We'd have to go back to the records to look at it, but I haven't seen that done much. Now, once again, perfectly legal. Here you go, RMAG. Again, same address. Let's scroll down and let's start looking at these. By the way, this is a real estate company and this is a developer, redeveloper. Century Home Builders, 500. Century Giralda, 500. Century Commercial, 500. Century Village, 500. Century Midtown, 500. Wow. That's what, another $2,500 from almost the same. Is it the same address? Yes, same address. Is the same same entities? No. Remember, they couldn't give more than $1,000 if it was the same entity. Let's go further down at the bottom. CC Residential, CC Residential, CC Doral, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Construction company, real estate. Are these developers? Interesting. Okay, all this money given to one candidate, okay, from what seems to be very similar entities. But let's look at, now there's rumors that J.C. Bermuda selects who he wants to run for council, so that, and the rumor is so that he has a 4-1 vote or a 5-0 vote. That's what was happening in the dais in the past 4 years, 4-1 vote, 4-1 vote, 4-1 vote. A lot of that going on there. So Claudia Mariaca, this is one of the Mayor Bermudez's selected candidates. Claudia Mariaca, Council seat 1, February. Donations, Century, 1805 Ponds, Atlas, 1805 Ponds, Century, 1805 Ponds, 1805 Century, all the way down here, Century to 10 donations of $250. That's $2,500 from one seemingly the same address. Not seemingly, it is the same address. Oh wait, 11, sorry. Private lending group, okay? Now these entities owned by the same individuals, we'd have to go back to Sunbase and search, but it's certainly interesting though. Okay, and if we scroll down and we look and do a little more research, I know this is going to be a lengthy video, but this is very, very important. So you understand where the monies are to select these council members and Mayor Bermudez. CC Residential, number 45, RMAG, same address as CC. CC Devco, RMAG, 4 donations of $1,000. That's 4,000. I believe that's $6,500 from just 2 entities. Okay, let's choose the third one really quick. The second chosen candidate from J.C. Bermudez that he loves to promote, always in the pictures with him, and that's for Council seat 3 in this current election. Century, Atlas, same address. Private lending group, same address. Private Atlas. All these Century home builders, 10 donations of 500. That's 5,000. Wow, would $5,000 help me in my campaign? Wow. And by the way, if you want to donate, contribute, Manny Sarmiento for mayor. Sorry, I'll give you the right domain there. You can donate small amounts, please. And no major development money, please, because then how am I going to vote when you come up for a vote? Should I recuse myself? Well, probably should, but am I going to do that? Of course I would, but okay, let's scroll down here and let's see. Okay, good. Well, pretty good. This is a good guy. Okay, he's got, you know, only those 10 donations from the same location. Now, okay, let me explain what the problem is. Problem is, these developers come up for a vote. They have a zoning, some kind of zoning issue with a development they're trying to build. By the way, these developers that I just showed you and real estate companies have holdings and have built in Doral. Okay, this is not rumor. They built in Doral. So a zoning meeting comes up or a council meeting comes up. These developers come up a project of theirs, and they need a vote. They have given me between these companies $5, $6, and $10,000. Okay, comes up for a vote. How do I vote? Or should I recuse myself? Of course I should recuse myself. That's what I would do. But has that happened in the past? I don't think so. So wake up and take a look. You can go into City of Doral, into the voters. There's a voting page there, voter focus, and you can pull these reports and see where the monies are coming from. And do your due diligence. Okay, we want people up here. We want to get Doral back. We want to go back to transparency. We don't want to be controlled by 4 people on the dais. We don't want someone that's been with the city for 13 years on the council or the mayor for 13 years and is controlling and wants to seemingly, or what it seems like, impropriety. Once again, this is my rumor. I mean, my opinion that you want a 4-1 vote or 5-0 vote. Okay. We have to be careful with that. This is where campaign finance is really interesting. There's also PACs that donate to these candidates. So do your due diligence. You can get this information yourself. My name is Manny Sarmiento, and I'm running for the mayor for the great city of Doral. I would love your vote. I'm going to clear these things up. I'm going to make this a transparent city again. We got to get these council meetings back at 6 p.m. and we're going to get this city back to you. We're going to take it back from these people who want to control the city, who have forgotten that this city is yours. My name is Manny Sarmiento. I appreciate your attention. Thank you. Have a great night.